going on, folks? This is Mr. Colion Noir, and this is my Glock 19. Today in this segment of concealed carry, what I want to do is I want to talk about the concept of whether or not concealed carriers are paranoid or prepared. I pose this question because recently I had a discussion, well, an argument with a group of my friends. And what we were talking about basically was, well, what they were saying or arguing was that people who carry concealed are essentially paranoid delusional. People who don't carry guns, they typically tend to have that frame of thought. And then for those who do carry guns, they really kind of subscribe to the mentality of, I'd rather be prepared than not be prepared. You have a group of people on this end who really typically tend to dissociate themselves from anything ever happening bad, from anything bad ever happening to them. They can watch the news and see a traumatic experience, see a tragedy, a murder, a killing, or anything of the sort, and they can look at that and say, you know what, that is horrible, that's bad, but it will never happen to me. Then you got another group on this side who basically say, you know what, that is awful, and that's a tragic experience, and that could have easily been me. If we look at the definition of paranoia via dictionary.com, it says paranoia is a baseless or excessive suspicion of the motives of others. That really didn't do much as far as defining whether or not concealed carriers are paranoid or prepared, simply because there are just too many variables at play here. There are those people who feel like it doesn't happen enough, the bad things don't happen enough for you to carry a gun every day. And then there are other people who feel like bad things happen enough where I feel like I need to carry a gun. You have two train of thoughts, and they view the risk analysis very differently. So where this person on this side feels like, you know what, I don't want to risk not having a gun when I need one because it happens enough where I could very well find myself in that position. And then you have another person on the side who feels like things aren't really that bad. They don't happen that often for me to carry a gun on a consistent basis. I don't think either side of the argument can really argue that if you go and watch the news now, that you won't be overloaded with all types of atrocities, whether it be murders, killings, rapes, anything of the sort. It happens pretty consistently, if you ask me. Is it paranoia, or are we actually being prepared? Some people call preppers paranoid delusional maniacs, and then other people who are preppers look at people who aren't prepared and say, what is wrong with these people? Why aren't they preparing? Being prepared is essential on many levels, at least on a minimal level, to be prepared. To not be prepared at all is utterly ridiculous, if you ask me. So I pose the question, are concealed carriers paranoid or prepared? Leave your thoughts, leave some comments, rate and subscribe, and let me know what you think. That's Mr. Colion Noir, and I'm out.